Stop Water Solutions Limited ye filter le natal me ya lonko alse muna fangano la alla pompol isala jiol tenteng ya senendi coming alla fala nyame naketa pompoti bang aboholo fo nawek la pipe wala a filter sifa o sifa one stop solutions ya natalele 10-inch filter set of 3 ya sotalele filter me ya lonko asidiota aya tenteng natara bankole ba kono fa kenyo wala kankan be bije sa be bon filter fana member ko 12-inch set of 3 filter me ya lonko asidiota aya dada aya senendi mense beta alla jata kende ato fana sotale CTO block carbon filter o fana mu filter timi yalonko asi chemical o bonnino jiol konole mense beta alla jata kende ya filter mumbo ko CTO block carbon mensi jiola chemical o be bondi akono pour alla jata kende ya sahen nim filter sabol be kiliwo kilina pansundoku na wata tankol fana sotale kabirim 500 5000 fokata 10000 liters plumbing fittings fana be mol bulle alsimol tarano sukuta highway mariama kunda johnson wala isimol kubandi 505 5691 796 8272 one stop water limited solutions inatale ka jikuo be sonende Gambia banko.
Good morning, wherever you're watching us from. Welcome to QTV this morning. I am Ibrahim Abalde. Thanks for joining us. And of course, we are back again on your favorite this morning. This program is officially sponsored by One Stop Water Solutions, and I am Ibrahim Abalde, joined by my colleague Ansumana Esonyasi as usual. So welcome to this morning.
Good morning, Balde. Good morning to our wonderful viewers. Welcome to the program. Happy to be back again.
How are you doing? How was your yesterday?
I had a good rest yesterday, but yeah, I woke up to some sad news this morning, and yeah.
Absolutely, very sad, and we are saying may he so rest in perfect peace. That's Pander Mumbay of the Freedom newspaper. He contributed a lot in freeing Gambia from the clutches of former dictator Yahya Jammeh.
Absolutely, it's a monumental loss. I think Pander's contribution to the change of government in 2016, is one that we all, appreciate. He has helped so many Gambians, especially those who were living in exile, helped so many Gambians also, safely leave the source of this country when their lives were being threatened, and help expose corruption, nepotism, all of that. And it was through his platform that we had the opportunity to hear firsthand from people who have participated in committing heinous crimes against fellow Gambians, from the junglers to former civil servants, you name them.
Absolutely.
So it's a great loss for
for the whole nation, the whole world at large. We've really understand it's not easy, and we are praying for him, and his family is going through a very sad moment. We are saying may he so rest in perfect peace. Yes.
Oh boy, what could we have done without Pander? In many ways we couldn't get any news.
Yeah. Absolutely.
In this country, so he was the one. I think he was getting tip-offs and stuff like that, and sort of insider jobs. So we were getting our news from him. Extraordinary person, really, very pivotal to what was going on, keeping our situation, what was going on here, in the consciousnesses of people and everything, which was really very important. And I remember I once wrote a piece. It was quite savaging. I was savaged him really against him, but he published it. I was surprised. I thought he wouldn't, but he did. So that was the measure of the man.
Exactly. Well, let's take a look at our African proverbs. Milk and honey have different colors, but they share the same house peacefully. I like milk anyway.
Okay, so
I like milk.
Literally, if you're looking at this literally, milk and honey, what do they have in common? I think, for me, my interpretation of this proverb would be, it means peaceful coexistence, it means tolerance, acceptance, I think, yeah.
Well, I also agree. It's a matter of living in peace, no matter who you are, whether you are the Fula, the Mandinka. We live in peace. I mean, if we try to tolerate each other, we try to accommodate each other, we will all live peacefully. Mr. Mboj, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. Milk, honey, different colors, aren't they? But in the same house, when you put it in the same tea or something, fantastic, they go together. Yes, but often, you see, it's one of those things, isn't it? Everybody knows that life is much better when we have peace. But somehow, that is always source of tension between people. Maybe the strategy should be, okay, when there's an issue between us, how do we resolve it? Maybe one must have that kind of strategy. But there will always be some kind of tension between people because of different ways of seeing, different ways of feeling. It's just inherent in the nature of social life. That once in a while, you know, you will accidentally bite your tongue, as they say.
You know, human beings are very difficult. I mean, Mr. Mboj, managing human, it's a very, because people have different liking, different way of doing their things. So you have to
accommodate
everybody. It's very difficult. And when you look at associations, sometimes even in our normal associations we have, there are people who will like this, others won't like that. So it's difficult.
Yes, the phrase I like is Teju Cole, the Nigerian writer, says, let us be productively disagreeable. That is really the key to living in a sort of multicultural, you know, society, really. And you have so many different factions and divergent views and the like. So let us be productively disagreeable. I think that's really what the key is.
Interesting. Well, viewers, that's Mr. Mboj for you, our own Mr. Mboj. It's good to have you here once again. And on our program, from the African proverb, we'll take a look at the community watch, and we'll be having Adama Jeng, Principal SL Senior Secondary School. We'll be discussing comparative performance between urban and rural schools. And of course, we'll also have sports with Momodu Gajaga, and Buba Fati will also be here on the Click segment. We'll take a short break. After the break, the program continues straight to newspaper review. We'll be back.
Fastest and easiest way to receive money transfers from abroad? Well, QMoney and RIA just made it happen. Now you can receive international money transfer from RIA directly into your QMoney account with no additional cost. Once you receive an SMS alert about your transfer, walk into any QMoney agent across the country to receive your payment for free, or use the money immediately to buy credit, QPower, and other QMoney services. It's fast, safe, and convenient. For more info, call customer care on 133. QMoney, Sunu Kalpe. Terms and conditions apply.
Get ready to conquer your day. This is QTV's This Morning. I am Ibrahim Abalde. Welcome back from that short break. And of course, this program is sponsored by One Stop Water Solutions. And I am joined by my colleague, Ansumana Eso Nyasi. And we have Mr. Momodu Mboj on the newspaper review. So we'll go straight to the newspaper review. And no, today we'll be reviewing only one paper.
Yes,
that's
and
the Point
that's
newspaper.
The Point newspaper. So the headlines on the Point newspaper, I mean, we start with the main one. That is the HNRC, the Human Rights Commission, urges government to respect court decisions. Files Salah's power on economy, health, others in historic debate. Barrow promises to reveal monumental development strategies in urban Gambia. And Fal slams $3,000 Alkalulu's salaries as insult on their dignities rather. And yeah.
Yes, that's what we have on the Point newspaper headlines. Mr. Mboj, starting with the National Human Rights Commission urges government to respect court decisions. The Human Rights Commission, we've seen recently, they've been engaged in a whole lot of stuff coming out, making so rights are observed, you know, people's rights have been given for them. Coming again, telling the government to respect decisions. What do you make of this?
And that's their job, really. And focusing on this particular case with the two staff of Global Home,
Yeah.
the Global Hearts of Medical Mission. Quite interesting. This has been dragging on for a while, and we understand that they were given bail, but afterwards she went and challenged, as it were, the very arrest itself, and apparently the Carnifing Magistrates Court declared that it was unlawful. And here there's a lot of push and pull regarding the land that they have within the tourism development area. I understand that some time back, wasn't it the courts ruled in their favor, but it seems as if we've seen a press release from the government, haven't we? I mean, Mr. Nyasi, you were showing that, where they said that perhaps because they've got certain powers to take certain things compulsorily, I think that these are the powers that they want to apply here.
Well, it's important about government lands. Mr. Moj, let's move from the Human Rights Commission. Let us just take a look at people encroaching on particular lands, especially the TDA. It is measured according to the constitution of GT Board, 800 meters from the seashore. We have seen a whole lot of stuff, people encroaching on particular government lands. But at the end of the time, before government retrieve that land, it becomes a huge problem for people. We've seen what is happening along the route going to Senegambia from Airport Junction. It's a bit difficult. Is it proper planning, lack of proper planning from the initial stage by physical planning, or is it that people are trying to take this opportunity?
Maybe it's a whole mixture of things, really, of factors here. You know, yes, people perhaps would encroach, you know, while some building I may encroach on government land. There's one aspect, and the other aspect might be there is no monitoring constantly of what is happening. So that's it, and you find that sooner or later, you know, but you could stay there perhaps, what, 5, 10 years or so, nobody would say anything, but suddenly perhaps government has need to use that road, and they will come and ask you to move, either that or they demolish your structure. So you need to have a combination of people taking responsibility, sticking to the regulations and the rules, and then you also have an authority constantly monitoring and making sure that such circumstances do not arise. That would be a source of, you know, tension, a source of argument and going to court and litigation and stuff like that. So you need a whole lot of things to come right together.
Yes.
Yeah, I think with this case, you know, like since it's still before court, we wouldn't be able to say much on it. But it's a very complex one, given that this is an inherited, you know, problem, because it was given to them by Jame, I mean the former government. So, and at some point I understand they had issues even with Jame. There's this press release from the ministry that was issued last night, and as we speak, it is being scrutinized by members of the public, especially on social media, where you have people, you know, some going against it, some supporting it, which is quite normal. But again, like I said, it's a very complex issue, and since it's before a court of law, we wait for you know, judgment.
Okay.
And then
exactly.
we'll see.
Yes, let's wait for judgment. And that reminds me, the other time we invited the PRO of the Gambia Police Force. They were carrying a road cleansing exercise. I mean, they were cleaning the route. I mean, making sure people don't put piles of gravel on the road. But for me, from my own investigations, I mean, people are still not adhering to all those regulations. Because today, if you look at it, my road coming to work, I've seen a whole lot of people packed a lot of sand, a lot of gravel, vehicle on the roadside, making it very difficult. At the end of the time, people blame the government. The government are not doing their job. And when you talk about the government, the mental picture you have is the president. And the president cannot do it alone.
Obviously.
It's difficult.
Yeah, we see it all the time, you know, because there are construction sites all over the place. That's it, and that's what people do. They use public space, you know, to pile their gravel or sand or whatever. We see it all the time. We complain all the time. Or even the pavement, or what passes passes off as a pavement, because we don't really have pavements as such. So the side roads where pedestrians walk, even there you have cars who just come and park, just don't care about the pedestrian at all. So yes, we see a lot of indiscipline around, and what do we do about it? I'm not surprised that sometimes I hear people say, "Oh, Jamaica is better for this place." It is almost as if only dictatorship, as it were, fear of punishment would make people do the right thing. But if that is the case, then as a nation we are in trouble.
Yeah.
Yes, as a nation, nothing will happen really. As a nation, we are in trouble. So this is it. Our institutions or our government, they're just as good as we are. It's just as simple as that. So people must take responsibility and not use public space as if it was private space. We see it all the time, and nothing comes out of it. So this is it. Where do you begin? There's hardly, the enforcement mechanisms are not very tight. So when I realize that people get away with it, then more people will do it.
True.
Well, the reason why I raised that topic, it's because when you mention constant monitoring, that's the reason. So these things are not monitored. At the end of the time, there will be an exercise. From that exercise, 1 or 2 weeks, people forget about it and they go back to the same behavior again. Yes. So what do we have on the point you spoke about?
Yeah, so the debate, historic debate, Alifa Saleh and Esafal were the only 2 candidates to have showed up, and I watched, you know, the entire debate. I have to say it was really interesting watching them, you know, debate on ideas and on policies and programs. And yeah, at some point it was a bit tense. There had a few exchanges, but it was all positive, and I think it presented, you know, Gambians the opportunity to hear from these 2 men. You know, how they and the parties that they represent, or, you know, how they intend to go about, you know, impacting our lives, you know, if elected into government. And among the key, you know, issues that they debated on had to do with the economy, the health, agriculture, you know, and even you know, education as well, which are very important sectors. So I think, for me, this was important, and how I wished we had all these other candidates there as well. Quite historic.
Absolutely, and it was also interesting looking at the report, the different emphases.
Yeah.
As it appears as if SR by far focus more on business, simplifying tax, digitalizing the economy. Whereas with Halifax, PDOIS, more he thinks the way to stimulate the economy is through agriculture, that emphasis on agriculture. So you see the different styles there. I think one, a liberal free marketeer, I suppose, and the other one, I don't know, maybe more state interventionist, sort of. So it's very interesting. So then viewers can make up their minds who to vote for. But it's important that to focus on substances. Yes, maybe a slight disappointment now that they were the only 2, but you might yet have others come and have a, well, you know, on the public platform and have a debate. We haven't reached on the 4th yet, so you might have the others come on as well.
Yeah.
Well, debates. Although I am in support of debates, they are very good. But for me, I think debate right now in the Gambia will not be very effective. Because when you look at the literacy level in this country, people that didn't go to school, you have a high number of them. These people, they don't believe in debate. When you tell them debate, most people don't even know what debate is. And most of our debates are done in the English language. I think this should be done in the local language so that they can understand.
Well, I'm not so sure about that.
Yeah.
There's an educated class, people who've been to school, who will understand English. English language is our official language. if you want to make an argument that let's remove English language as the official language, our official language, and bring in something else, you may go ahead with it. But as long as we say that English language is our official language, then when we have these debates, it's easier. We must communicate in such languages. Then afterwards, maybe the fuller correspondent, Mandinka, whatever, take what they say and you summarize it. You want for people to understand, you can do these things as well. There are many things that one can do so that the information will be disseminated to even people who cannot speak English language.
Actually, the previous one that was done with all the aspirants back then, it was done in different languages, in English, in Mandinka, in Wolof, and I think it was good. But for this one, maybe because we had only 2 participants, maybe that was the reason why. But there was really, huge public interest, and it was widely publicized. So I think it's good. Maybe the suggestion would be to say that the same format is followed with featured debates, wherein we have the participants also speaking 1 or 2 local languages. But yeah, yes, I think it's good. It's good that we have this debate. Really, it's really good.
But I get a general point that perhaps a lot of people wouldn't care, and even those who watch, they've already made up their minds. It wouldn't make any difference. Yeah. They've conducted surveys, particularly in the U.S., who really started this whole convention of having presidential debates, that it doesn't really change people's minds. Yeah. So it just in the end it becomes a TV spectacle. People have made up their minds already. Unlikely. There are very few who would call floaters, floating voters. They're just waiting to see to vote. Imagine that there are very few. A lot of people have made up their minds. So the effectiveness, well, that's open to debate.
Well, for this one, maybe it's good that we had it, because from all this recent research that have been conducted, what we're getting is that you have more undecided voters than those who've decided. So I think it's good that we have this debate. It may, in some way, help 1 or 2 people decide.
Exactly. That's interesting. Barrow promises to reveal monumental developmental strategies in urban Gambia.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when I'll have to wait to see. I'll wait for it to see what it is. Oh, of course, there's a lot of work to be done. As everybody knows that. So often it's just a question of where would you get the funding, how would you do it, and the like. But there's a lot of work to be done, So it was a good thing that recently we've had so many roads, especially in rural Gambia, URR and the like. And obviously the urban as well needs some kind of regeneration. So obviously one needs to spend a lot. The question is only where would you get the money from post-COVID-19? Your economy is not doing well. Maybe even aid would dry up a bit. So it will be quite a challenge to raise the money to do certain things that you want to do.
Well, if a man like him promised to do this, I mean, at least there'll be a little feeling of belief, because all of Njai Mune, kula joh ndewo joh la añ sula digerer harko. Because we've seen some of the developments around the rural Gambia. We've seen the Fatwato Road, we've seen the Passamas, we've seen the bridges. So I think, well, when he said this, I mean, we can at least put our hope on it, but still we need to ask questions.
For me, politicians can promise whatever they promise.
Absolutely.
For me, that is not the key. There's nothing I can go by, only to see the action. For me, I judge by the action, by what I see, by outcomes. It's a very harsh test, judgment by outcomes. But to me, promises are just promises. I have an open mind, but I have to say it.
And besides, it's election time, so you have all these other candidates also promising. Well, let's wait and see.
Well, interesting. So is that all?
Yeah, there's one on, well, ESA on Alkalulu's salaries. He thinks, in some way doesn't agree. He thinks maybe what is being offered is way too small.
Yes, I mean, when you look at the cost of living, you imagine. But again, we go back to what we said before, where would you get the money? And with these things, perhaps we need a panel to sit down and look at how many alcalos we have, how much it will cost, what would be appropriate salary that we can afford. Everything depends on affordability as well. Yeah. What is it that government can afford if it decides to pay the alcalon?
In fact, ESA is actually suggesting more.
So that's it.
He's saying they should be paid more than that.
Yes, exactly. One understands the logic. That was why I started with the idea that the cost of living is so high.
So high.
One understands that. Yeah. But yet, before one can do these things, the country should be able to afford it. Yeah. Maybe there should be a panel that would make the studies and look at what is affordable, then we give them that. We all would like higher salaries, but the reality is that sometimes you just can't, depending on circumstances, because you have so many priorities. And post-COVID-19, the construction would be quite a challenge in itself. So that's all one is saying here, really.
Well, he might want to increase the salaries, okay? But there was a time alcalos were receiving zero. They don't receive salaries. They were not paid. So at least, if they are paid 3,000, I think that is an addition. That is going to help them.
Yes, from nothing to 3,000.
Yeah, but again, you have to also understand
that's quite a leap.
Even though they were not being paid salaries back then, but at least they were enjoying some privileges here and there, or they had, you know, one or two means through which they were making money. Like when it comes to acquiring land, you know, they were the ones in charge of all of these things. And they were getting commissions from it.
It still continues.
Now most of it has been taken away from them. And before, remember, they were also participating in politics. Now they've been stopped from participating in politics. You know, so it's like you're stopping them from doing some of these things through which they were making money. Whether that was right or not, you know, that's another debate. But at least they were making money from some of these activities. Now they're being stopped from engaging in those activities. Well.
Okay, let's see what will happen, whether they will increase or still maintain the 3,000. Mr. Mboj, thank you very much, yes, for joining us on this program. I'm afraid, Eso, this is what we have on the newspaper review.
Sure.
And we'll go for a short break. After the break, then the Community Watch. And this program is officially sponsored by One Stop Water Solutions for all your water dispensers and filters. They are located at Sukura traffic lights. Visit them and window shop. We'll be back after the break, then the Community Watch next. We'll be back. Stay tuned.
You've got big decisions to make.
For this election, one decision is clear.
Who has the most experience?
Who brings the in-depth coverage?
Who brings you most relevant information?
Now is the time to watch your decision pay off.
Live non-stop coverage.
Live streaming on Facebook and YouTube.
Your text messages and election alerts.
Decision 2021 only on QTV.
Comprehensive election coverage.
Light. From the beginning of time, light has been there.
It is integral to our survival and to our way of living.
We need light to work,
to build,
to grow things, and even to see our loved ones.
Light makes things easier and better.
So QCell has changed the way you buy Q-Power to make it easier and more accessible.
You can now access the same service quickly and get your cash power tokens instantly with the new QCell Q-Power code.
To light up your world, simply dial *363#.
With a touch of your fingers,
with ease and convenience from the comfort of your home or office,
you can bring light into your world instantly with *363#.
Q-Power, lighting your world.
QCell Sunyabus.
We innovate, others follow.
With so many things to do in a single day, it's important to have a network you can trust. When there's family and friends to connect with and business calls to make, you need a network that is reliable and fast. Talk longer, browse faster, go farther, and roam wider. When your network is solid, the world is your oyster. QCell, your trusted network in the Gambia.
Money, the biggest mobile money service in the Gambia, has taken mobile banking to the next level. Now, you can link your Q Money wallet with your bank account. Yes, link your Ajib or EcoBank accounts with your Q Money wallet and get instant access to your cash anytime. No need to queue at the bank anymore. Transfer funds from your bank account to your wallet or your wallet to your bank account using Q Money Bank Link is the fastest, most secure, and convenient way to transfer funds between your wallet and bank account. For more information, call our customer care on 133. Q Money, Sunyu Kalpe. Terms and conditions apply.
Your favorite mobile service has done it again. Now, you can buy cash power with your Q Money account, free of charge. Yes, you heard me right. For free! Nothing is cheaper than free. So start buying your cash power from the comfort of your homes with unbeatable services Q Money has to offer. With Q Money, life is easy. Visit your nearest Q Money agent to cash in or call customer care on 133 for more information. Don't forget to wash your hands with soap after handling cash. Stay home, stay clean, stay safe. Q Money, Sunyu Kalpe. We innovate, others follow.
Welcome back from that short break. Q Money Sunyu Kalpe. Well, we innovate, others follow all the time. We are back again, and this is QTV This Morning. I am Ibrahim Balde. If you're just tuning in, this program is sponsored by One Stop Water Solutions, and we have almost gone halfway of the program. The newspaper review is done, and next, it's social issues. We'll be continuing from where we stopped yesterday, and it's going to be a comparative performance between urban and rural schools. And we have Adam Jeng, principal, SL Senior Secondary School, and so yesterday he was here, and it was a very captivating discussion, very interesting, and we promised that he will be back here again, and yes, here he is.
I'm glad we have him back in the studio again with us today. We had a very interesting discussion, as we highlighted yesterday.
Exactly. Yeah. Mr. Chang, welcome once again on This Morning.
Thank you very much.
Yes, it's like your students are still moving from the rural area to the urban area. Why can't they let our urban area be, please?
Okay. It may not be easy to realize, but if you were to rely on data, you realize that the trend is reducing. Because one of the difficulties we have is that I can say it's a general problem that we hardly use data to draw conclusions.
Yeah.
And sometimes issues can be unfolding, but unless they are at their highest peak, physically you wouldn't realize it. But let me just give you a case study to determine that there is a decline. And that is going to be based on data. Of course, I didn't have the opportunity to conduct that wider research, but I can use my own school, which is just at the peak. Because where SL is and the environment, most of the students that are crossing, SL is the likely catchment area. All right, when I came, I could vividly remember the first question I posed to my staff and management and everybody was that, what are the problems? And the most outstanding problem that they concord as the most outstanding problem is that students are moving to the combos. I said, then the solution to that is not to organize a meeting, is not to go for campaign. The solution to that is to produce what they are going for.
Yes.
And there and then, we drew up a model. We operate on 5-tool model, and then the PTAs are involved as a stake in this. The students themselves are involved as a stake in this, and the board of governors are also giving the feedback. In fact, they are always represented when we are at the end of every time when we are analyzing this performance to see what went wrong where. Just to summarize the 5 model for you, it's like we take a data of student performance.
Yeah.
But student performance will come last. We start with student attendance, teacher attendance, instructional hour coverage of the teacher, the curriculum coverage. 4. If these 4 works, performance must go. Student attendance is high, teacher attendance is high, coverage is high, instructional hour is high, performance must go up, otherwise we are playing balls. So when we work on this, and then we are very transparent in the way we analyze it, just to give you a case study, because I cannot talk of what is happening everywhere.
Yeah.
So, for example, when it's come to teacher attendance, and Mr. Jeng is, the whole term, he is 70%. I have the principal, I have to explain why the 70%. Oh, I was called on an executive meeting of conference of principal. I went on a meeting, so. That has to be, I have to explain myself to account for the 30% deficit.
Wow.
If Balde Banai is an agri teacher and we said, oh, Balde, you are deficit of 10%. Well, you know, you send me for a 5 days workshop. Okay, we understand. But if there's remaining 2 days, there's a remaining 2 days. What happened to that 2 days? Can you know? If you claim to be attending meeting somewhere in the school, maybe you are in the academic committee or you are in the behavioral management committee, we want to see the minute of that meeting for those 3 days. If you cannot account for it, then Baldebana will have to find time and go and repay those instructional hours or face deduction.
Really? As principal, you have to account for all the deficit accrued by your staff.
Indeed, yes. If you were in SO today, you will see the database.
Fantastic.
3 years back, and it will give you a trend in terms of performance. So I was telling you yesterday, it is the interplay of the pillars that will bring about performance. And I don't want to forget about your question why they are coming.
Yes.
You know what happened? In I came there in 20...
I was actually going to ask, how long have you been there?
I'm in my 4th year.
Yeah.
The people I found there in 2016, in grade 12, you know, I came 2016-17 academia. So 2017, the highest credit pass. You can go to MOPSI's planning units. You can note down these facts I'm going to tell you so that you can verify with them, because all the results are there. The highest credit level pass was 6 with 2 people. Okay, that was, you know, then I was just 6 months, because those I found that by 6 months they already, it was time
exactly, they were ready to leave the school.
Exactly. So this 5 model we started impacted on them minimally. That was why highest credit level pass was something like 6 credits with 2 of them, and percentage pass with 3 subjects and above was 20-something%, and then flat failures was 28 students. We stick to the model, and the following year, the highest credit level pass become 8 credits.
Improvement.
You see the improvement?
It paid off.
And from 23, we went to around 43, 48% with 3 subjects. The flat failures dropped from 28 to 15.
It was already having an impact.
So now we are using at both parameters. You don't just look at the results trend. Maybe coincidentally you just have some good students and you just prepare them. But that's why we are looking at the parameters. As the highest credit level pass was increasing, individual performance, percentage was also expanding to bring more people passing. That is why you are from 20-something% to 40-something%, 3% above. And then you have the flat failures also reducing from 28 to 15. Now, 2019 was the peak. What makes it the peak? The very people who started the system,
yes,
are now in 12. So these 5 models that I just told you earlier, with this analysis system, that auditing system that we are doing, which we do every time, a report for which by time is there piled in my office. You understand?
Wow.
These students who went through it, what happened? The highest credit level pass became 9 credits with 3 people. One of them with 6 A's in pure science.
Wow.
That 6A in 2019 cannot go out of the best 5 students in this country as far as science is concerned.
It's from your school?
It's our senior secondary school. And that's why I'm referring you to planning unit of MOPSI.
So you did not
examples
only...
of use. And the percentage pass moved from 40-something to around 57, 50-something%. And the flat failures moved from 15 now to 9.
That's a massive improvement.
So what are the mechanisms put in place to make sure these things work that way? Because you're telling me you improved the way students perform.
Yes.
So what are the strategies, the mechanisms that are used?
Also, I've realized you did not only come up with a model to change things as they were, but you were also closely monitoring the progress of the model you were instituting.
That is the secret there. I told you, anything you are doing in the absence of data, forget it. Let me just give you a practical example, a short example, just to make people understand why I'm insisting on data. If I am collecting revenue for you here, and I collect 10,000 every month, then I left Balde Banna came, and Balde Banna is collecting 15,000. Oh, Balde is doing well. He's even doing better than Mr. Jen. But do you know what was the maximum collection? If 30% was the project maximum to be collected, both Jeng and Baldebana we are not doing anything. So this is why we always use the data, because you see the data has a check and balance. For example, if I claim to be teaching agric and say, oh, my coverage is 100%. Baldebana said he covered 100% of his. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. So if Balde actually did not cover 100%, and the student attendance happens to be very high, and Balde himself attendance is very high. Obviously, if his attendance is high, his coverage will be high, because that's why you cannot use your present.
Yeah, definitely.
So it will now take us to the conclusion I told you. If both for instructional hour, curriculum coverage, student attendance, teacher attendance, if these 4 are high in any situation, performance must follow.
That will be the pillars.
Exactly. Now this model has a check and balance. If now, Balde, why is your agri performing below, or why do we have a very low pass rate when you have over 75 to 80% coverage?
Something is wrong somewhere.
Something is wrong somewhere. So now, when we see those type of things now, when we go back to the school, the senior teachers do a finding. We do a crisis management. We diagnose it and say, what must have gone wrong? We don't criminalize you. We say, something could have happened. You may not know. Probably, it could be as a result of a wrong entry. or probably the way you counted the topics may fake you. But we will establish that, look, let's go, hence the curriculum coverage is high, let's go to the student books. And that is why even in the analysis, the students are present. So we will want to know now, go through the books and count the number of topics, whether it will commensurate.
Wow.
So we arrive at it. And we do have some of these things. And as we move on, we progress. That was why there was a time that when we have one or two cases like this, like somebody didn't intend to cheat, like some topics will say 1, 2, 3, but 1 has ABC, 2 has ABC, you know, 3 has ABC. So if you look at it, if they are all 5 subtopics, that will be 15. So he was just counting 1, 2, 3. He was on the third one, but he didn't cover all the 15. So for him it's 100% because all the 3. But we decided to say, now hence this is the problem. Let us take a uniform approach now. Let's not count the main topics, let's count the subtopics. And secondly, at the beginning of the term, each teacher will go and with your department, at department level, and check the number of topics. From my English, I'm going to cover these 10 topics. These 10 topics will be pasted in all the class that you are going to teach at the beginning of the term. So the children already know what
so this is an extensive but all-inclusive model.
Exactly.
So, Balde, I mean, still on teachers and performance, there's this general perception that, you know, oftentimes schools don't do well because you don't have maybe good teachers. But you made an interesting statement yesterday. You said, if I get you right, that the performance of a school is not on the quality of the teachers, but on the quality of the teaching.
Yes.
Could you expand on that?
For me to further expand on that, when I say I put it this way, that the performance of students or the performance disparity between rural and urban is not in the quality of teachers. It is in the quality of teaching. And it is as as you said, it's the performance of students relatively too much emphasis depend on the quality of teaching. To explain that, you see, it's just like I was trying to explain yesterday. All the students who score very good aggregates from the Gabeke, they rose to this side. All those who are not sure of getting this side will stay in the provinces. Already, you realize that the cream of these results from this area and the cream of the results in that area are all pouring here.
So there will be positive performance at this end.
Exactly. No, even at both ends. You know why both ends? Because now, if you are to compare these two now, you tend to see that there are better teachers this side than that side. Because you are just seeing the results variation. But you didn't factor the input. Now, the quality of teaching is, where to explain it more clearer, if I have a student who is very sharp and you have a student who has probably even a learning difficulty, who need more help than mine. So we are of the same quality of teachers. You and I are of the same quality. But I have a cream of best students in my class. You have a cream of lower performing students in your class. Certainly, it will be easier for me to teach because I will be understood more compared to yours, or it will take you longer time for you to be understood than it will take for me to be understood because of the student, the difference in the student input that we have. So that is now give you the quality of teaching. That is, if I have, for example, 70% of my student passing, and you have 30% of your student passing, is almost equal to my 70. But if you look at the 30 and the 70, obviously the 70 is higher. If you are blind to what happened
Yes.
What is the type of student input that Balde has, and what is the type of student input that Jeng have, you will say the 70 and 30, Balde is playing.
Yes.
And Jeng is working.
Yes, definitely.
But if Balde should come up to 60, and Jeng is 70, who even work harder?
Of course.
So you may even, you see the logic there.
Interesting. I mean, this is really interesting. You know, you must know these things, Eso. And it takes a very huge experience to know this. I mean, for people like us, we don't know. All that we will be saying is, I mean, the students at this end, they perform more than the ones in the rural.
I have to say that Mr. Jeng is doing a, highly commendable job, and it's really very clear even from his deliberations that, you can feel the passion and the commitment to, ensure that there is change, of course, in a positive way, especially within our education system. And we need people like him. Really.
Definitely.
He's doing a great job.
Definitely. Mr. Jeng, time is up. Thank you very much. I wish at least we have one hour, 2 hours discussing this topic.
There was one more, this is what I was going to say, but it's okay.
Yes. Thank you very much for coming. I know it's very urgent, but you left everything and to be here. And viewers, I was Mr. Jeng, Principal SL Senior Secondary School, and of course we were discussing.
We have to go visit SL.
Yes, we will be there. We will go visit him at the school. We'll take a short break. After the break, then sports with our own Mamadou Gajaga. We'll be back. Stay tuned.
Light. From the beginning of time, light has been there.
It is integral to our survival and to our way of living.
We need light to work,
to build,
to grow things, and even to see our loved ones.
Light makes things easier and better.
So QCell has changed the way you buy Q-Power to make it easier and more accessible.
You can now access the same service quickly and get your cash power tokens instantly with the new QCell Q-Power code.
To light up your world, simply dial *363#.
With the touch of your fingers,
with ease and convenience from the comfort of your home or office,
you can bring light into your world instantly with *363#.
Q-Power, lighting your world.
QCell Sunyabus.
We innovate, others follow.
You've got big decisions to make.
For this election, one decision is clear.
Who has the most experience?
Who brings the in-depth coverage?
Who brings you most relevant information?
Now is the time to watch your decision pay off.
Like non-stop coverage.
Live streaming on Facebook and YouTube.
Your text messages and election alerts.
Decision 2021 only on QTV.
Comprehensive election coverage.
Q Money, the biggest mobile money service in the Gambia, has taken mobile banking to the next level. Now, you can link your Q Money wallet with your bank account. Yes, link your Ajib or EcoBank accounts with your Q Money wallet and get instant access to your cash anytime. No need to queue at the bank anymore. Transfer funds from your bank account to your wallet or your wallet to your bank account using Q Money Bank Link is the fastest, most secure, and convenient way to transfer funds between your wallet and bank account. For more information, call our customer care on 133. Q Money, Sunyu Kalpe. Terms and conditions apply.
Your favorite mobile service has done it again. Now you can buy cash power with your Q Money account free of charge. Yes, you heard me right. For free. Nothing is cheaper than free. So start buying your cash power from the comfort of your homes with unbeatable services Q Money has to offer. With Q Money, life is easy. Visit your nearest Q Money agent to cash in or call customer care on 133 for more information. Don't forget to wash your hands with soap after handling cash. Stay home, stay clean, stay safe. Q Money, Sunyu Kalpe. We innovate, others follow.
Join the Gambia's fastest growing network and enjoy high-speed 4G LTE. Dial *335# to subscribe to QCell's 4G LTE service. There's no need to swap your SIM. QCell, Senior Boss. We innovate, others follow. To make sure your company's products and services reach your potential customers, it is essential that you choose the right channel for your marketing purposes. QTV has the widest reach locally and beyond, and we can give your business the visibility it needs. Call QTV Marketing on +220 324 4444 or email us at marketing@qtv.gm and take your business to the world. Looking for the fastest and easiest way to receive money transfers from abroad? Well, Q Money and Ria just made it happen. Now you can receive international money transfer from Ria directly into your Q Money account with no additional cost. Once you receive an SMS alert about your transfer, walk into any Q Money agent across the country to receive your payment for free or use the money immediately to buy credit, Q Power and other Q Money services. It's fast, safe and convenient. For more info, call customer care on 133. Q Money, Sunu Calpe. Terms and conditions apply.
Your favorite mobile service has done it again. Now you can buy cash power with your Q Money account free of charge. Yes, you heard me right. For free! Nothing is cheaper than free. So start buying your cash power from the comfort of your homes with unbeatable services Q Money has to offer. With Q Money, life is easy. Visit your nearest Q Money agent to cash in or call customer care on 133 for more information. Don't forget to wash your hands with soap after handling cash. Stay home, stay clean, stay safe. Q Money, Sunu Calpe. We innovate, others follow.
Welcome back after that short break. Q Money Sunu Calpe. We innovate, others follow. If you're just tuning in, this is QTV's This Morning, and I am Ibrahim Balde. And now it's time for some sports. Let's take a look at some sports.
Yep.
With our own Mumudu Gajaga.
Welcome back.
The Prince from Dubai. Welcome to This Morning.
That's too much big of a title, but yeah, fresh from Dubai. Well, in sports, we're always excited to talk about sports, especially if it has to do with Gambia. The GFF First Division League new season kick-started, and guess what? There have been some fascinating matches. One of those matchups was like a top-of-the-table class, a cracker between the champions Fortune and Real de Banjul. And this is how it goes. When the match started, after 18 minutes, it was Fortune who scored first, and it was a brilliant goal by their new signing, Mohamed Bamba Sane. After giving Fortune the lead, Real de Banjul responded in the 27th minute through Modulamin Demba. And that was a beautiful cross by Kajali Drame. Modulamin Demba headed the ball inside the net to get the equalizer for Real de Banjul. And Real de Banjul, from that equalizer in the second half, came back to score 3 further goals. And it ended 4-1 for Real de Banjul. So they started the season in a fantastic note. But first, let's look at the goals. How brilliant these goals have been scored. You would love the goals. There you go. Fantastic goals from Real de Banjul after Fortune taking the lead. And Fortune, imagine, are the champions, defending champions, starting off on a losing note. But it's against Real de Banjul.
I'm actually dumbfounded. I mean, by the quality of play, goals as well, beautiful goals there, I have to say. If you've been following Gambian football, you know we're not used to seeing this much goals, especially in our top league. Great game there. And I have to say, between two powerhouses.
Yes, between two powerhouses. And let's get the reaction of the Real de Banjul coach, Bai Malewada.
Like I said, we told the boys that we have to put out a marker there for people to know that we are determined and we are going to win this league, come what may. And we have to put a marker. And it was a challenge giving us the champions. And we've set a marker now. So, you know, I'm very happy with it.
Yes, that's Real de Banjul coach Bai Malewada. He is very much determined and ambitious that this time around it's Real de Banjul that is going to win the league. Very confident. And there have been other brilliant games as well previously. Walidan played and, you know, they won convincingly by 2-0. Gamtel beat Samga by 2-0, as well as another convincing win for the newcomers, Falcons. They beat Steve Vico 3-0. The
boys from Abuko.
Yes, the boys from Abuko. Yeah. One time being a Nawetan team and now transformed second division. They are now promoted to the first division.
It's beautiful seeing them in progress.
So it's been fantastic matches for the opening match of the league, and we're looking forward to next week when there are going to be some interesting fixtures.
Mamadou Gajaga, look at the Fortune FC. I mean, when you talk about Fortune, it's a big name. We've all seen the impressive performance they've made recently. You can see the match against Real de Banjul. It's really confusing. Fortune as a big team, you understand, scoring 1 goal first, and Real de Banjul toppling that to 4. That's really what's happening to Fortune.
That happens a lot in football, except you know, you're not a big fan of the game, but you know, we've seen stunning comebacks in football.
I'm confused. How come this thing happened?
Yes, I can tell you. In 2010, the Africa Cup of Nations, Mali against Angola. It was Angola who scored 4 goals, and then in the last 10 minutes, Angola equalized all 4 goals. So Mali rather equalized all the 4 goals. So these things happen in football. I think Real de Banjul were the better side, and Fortune, their team has changed a little bit. They've changed some players moved. One of their brilliant stars, Bernard Silva, is now playing for Tengage FC in Senegal, and the other striker also, Ibrahima Kamara Bra, has also had a contract in the Arabian Peninsula playing for one of the clubs there. So there's been a little bit of changes, and the players find it difficult to gel together. That is this season's team so far after the first match. But they may bounce back.
That goal there by Kajali is undoubtedly a contender for goal of the season.
Yes.
Is it the last goal?
He had 2 brilliant assists as well.
It's a good one.
It's like a contender for the goal of the season.
Exactly. So is that all, Mamadou Gajaga?
Yes, that's it for
Interesting.
the sports, and you know, until we come back tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. That was Mamadou Gajaga on the sports segment here on This Morning. Reminder, this program is officially sponsored by One Stop Water Solutions. And up next is the Click segment by Buba Fati. We'll take a short break. After the break, straight to Click segment. We'll be back.
Easiest way to receive money transfers from abroad? Well, Q Money and Ria just made it happen. Now you can receive international money transfer from Ria directly into your Q Money account with no additional cost. Once you receive an SMS alert about your transfer, walk into any Q Money agent across the country to receive your payment for free, or use the money immediately to buy credit, Q Power, and other Q Money services. It's fast, safe, and convenient. For more info, call customer care on 133. Q Money, Sinu Calpe. Terms and conditions apply. To make sure your company's products and services reach your potential customers, it is essential that you choose the right channel for your marketing purposes. QTV has the widest reach locally and beyond, and we can give your business the visibility it needs. Call QTV Marketing on +220 324 4444 or email us at marketing@qtv.gm and take your business to the world. Join the Gambia's fastest growing network and enjoy high-speed 4G LTE. Dial *335# to subscribe to QCell's 4G LTE service. There's no need to swap your SIM. QCell, Senior Boss. We innovate, others follow.
Your favorite mobile service has done it again. Now you can buy cash power with your Q Money account free of charge. Yes, you heard me right. For free! Nothing is cheaper than free. So start buying your cash power from the comfort of your homes with unbeatable services Q Money has to offer. With Q Money, life is easy. Visit your nearest Q Money agent to cash in or call customer care on 133 for more information. Don't forget to wash your hands with soap after handling cash. Stay home, stay clean, stay safe. Q Money, Sunyu Kalpe. We innovate, others follow.
Q Money, the biggest mobile money service in the Gambia, has taken mobile banking to the next level. Now, you can link your Q Money wallet with your bank account. Yes, link your Ajib or EcoBank accounts with your Q Money wallet and get instant access to your cash anytime. No need to queue at the bank anymore. Transfer funds from your bank account to your wallet or your wallet to your bank account using Q Money Bank Link is the fastest, most secure, and convenient way to transfer funds between your wallet and bank account. For more information, call our customer care on 133. Q Money, Sunyu Kalpe. Terms and conditions apply.
You've got big decisions to make.
For this election, one decision is clear.
Who has the most experience?
Who brings the in-depth coverage?
Who brings you most relevant information?
Now is the time to watch your decision pay off.
Live non-stop coverage.
Live streaming on Facebook and YouTube.
Your text messages and election alerts.
Decision 2021 only on QTV.
Comprehensive election coverage.
Looking for the fastest and easiest way to receive money transfers from abroad? Well, Q Money and RIA just made it happen. Now you can receive international money transfer from RIA directly into your Q Money account with no additional cost. Once you receive an SMS alert about your transfer, walk into any Q Money agent across the country to receive your payment for free or use the money immediately to buy credit, Q Power, and other Q Money services. It's fast, safe, and convenient. For more info, call customer care on 133. Q Money, Sunyu Kalpe. Terms and conditions apply. To make sure your company's products and services reach your potential customers, it is essential that you choose the right channel for your marketing purposes. QTV has the widest reach locally and beyond, and we can give your business the visibility it needs. Call QTV Marketing on +220 324 4444 or email us at marketing@qtv.gm and take your business to the world.
We are back again from that short break. And of course, this program is sponsored by One Stop Water Solutions for all your water dispensers and filters. They are located at Sukuta Jabang traffic lights. And let's do some click segment here.
We're talking movies today.
Man, you're looking good, man.
I'm always looking fly, man.
You're nice, man.
For real, man.
You're looking great, man.
Good morning, guys. I'm Skepman Susie, and this is the click segment that comes away from Monday to Thursday. And we're talking movies today, man. We're talking about Gambian-made movie today. But my guest in the studio, on my left-hand side, I have Franklin, and on my right-hand side, I have Aisha. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
First of all, let's talk about Brown Sugar Production. As a director, and let's say a producer of Brown Sugar Director, what does you guys do, actually?
Anyway, thank you for giving us the platform to do this. We appreciate QTV. Brown Sugar Entertainment is a new household movie production and events management company that has been established by Aisha R.A. Sow. She's a starter in the film industry, but she's fast moving. It's a production house that is engaged in movies, you know, mentoring of children and events management.
Yeah.
And we're here to talk about her first film, which she has just recently produced.
Yeah. So being a producer and being an establisher of Brown Sugar Entertainment, like how you running the company, sort of? How does it feel like coming into the movie industry for the first time?
Wow, it's challenging, having to compete with top names and brands as well. But I am a lover of challenge, and so I fit in very well. So I am.
Okay, so far, what really got you into acting and production?
Growing up, I've been acting all these small skits and all these things, and most of the time it's more or less me drawing out what has to be done or who has to say what, and that's where the passion was born from. And so from there, I feel wow, it's time to take it to another level. Why don't I go into a bigger stage where we can actually co-opt other people who have similar talents and like minds to also come on board and take the creative industry to another level.
Yeah. So Franklin, you've been a director, a movie director in Gambia so far. You're not a Gambian actually, if I could say. I can tell by your voice there when you speak actually. Yeah. So you've been a director. How is the scope of the Gambian movie industry, if you could say?
Okay, well, first of all, I'm the Executive Secretary of the Film Producers Association of the Gambia, a position I occupy to help, regenerate and reposition the film industry in the Gambia. It's been a tasking one for us all, but we are giving our best. We're trying to see what we can do to put the map of Gambian film industries on that level of international stage. It's not been easy. The funds are not there. The support, the promotions were lacking. But we are staying focused. We believe one day we will set the industry right.
Yeah, and back to you, Aisha. It's your organization registered under the NCAC?
Yes.
So,
as a matter of fact, yes.
What is the NCAC doing to support you guys as well, as an upcoming, production house?
I think that question should be directed to Franklin.
Okay, Franklin, back to you again.
Well, she's a registered filmmaker with the National Center for Arts and Culture, and by God's grace also, she's going to be registered with the Film Producers Association immediately after her premiere.
Okay.
So far, so good. The Arts and Culture is well informed of the premiere. All the unions and artistic associations have been invited to the premiere. So I think she's on the right path for the premiere.
So we're going to take a quick look at the trailer of the movie that they're about to premiere, and when we are back, we continue the interview.
It was just business.
Well, Ibrahim has asked us to pick his daughter.
Anna, I am too grown to fight you. But you are not too grown to snatch somebody's boy.
Ladies, stop this.
Sometimes it's situations that makes us do some of the things we do.
What's going on here?
Some men are heartless.
Just as some women are worthless.
Time. That's the movie they're about to premiere.
So it's now that they know some men are heartless. It's now that you are knowing it.
It's something like people should have known way back, Exactly. So it's not a surprise. Not all men are heartless, though. That's the movie, though. It's a script thing.
Like, I was enjoying that. And all of a sudden,
it should have been one 2 minute actually. But I think you should go watch the premiere. Then you can love the movie as well. So let's talk about the movie. You've been a director. And you did a movie like this, which is up to standard and it's really nice. Actually, I've not watched it, but from the trailer I can tell the movie is nice. Yeah, give us an insight about the movie. Actually, that's what we want to know.
Well, when Aisha approached me that she wanted to do a movie, we sat down and we critiqued the industry. We looked at what is possible and what's not in the country, and we came up with a story which is born out of a true life event, and we were able to screenplay the story. And the casting, it wasn't easy bringing all these talents together because everybody is busy in the Gambia, and we all know that film production in the country is secondary. It's not a primary job for people here. So, but we were able to put people together, rehearse them, and we went on set. But the COVID caught up with the production. We struggled. And it's been 1 year since we went into post-production to get this ready, for premiere. It wasn't an easy task, but I think we enjoyed it because it's an experience and we signed in for it.
I know it was really hard times during the COVID time. People had to struggle with so many stuff. And Aisha, you being a cast, you play a role in the movie. What was your role actually, and how was it like playing your first movie role?
I played the role of Frances, who happens to be the work boss of someone else in the office that I had an entanglement with, and we had a child, and the office space was not that conducive and all of that, and it was crazy. But then I love playing the role and I love playing the part, but most so, I love the part where we integrated as friends and you have some people who you can always go back to always report your life day events and have succor, you know, in the form of your friends. So, yes, it was lovely.
And quickly, the casting sort of, I've seen phrases like amazing phrases that people that people know in the Gambia. I saw Andy Spike and a few other people that are really famous in the Gambia as well. How was it like putting these people together on one side?
Crazy. One word, crazy.
It was a crazy thing, you know. Now back to you, Franklin. The movie, it's nice. What is the effort you're putting together to make sure this movie is being played outside the Gambia?
Well, you know, marketing and distribution of movies don't just come in a day. After the premiere, we'll sit back on a round table and discuss the next step. It takes a lot of networking, communication, critiquing also. If the film passes the stages, then it will go to the next level.
Okay, now, and this is what I want to put in place. I want to ask this question, actually. You guys are premiering the movie on Friday.
Yes.
What are you guys expecting on Friday, the turnout?
We're expecting film enthusiasts. We're expecting lovers of creativity. We're expecting fun seekers. We're expecting scouts. We're expecting everybody that knows what it takes to put this effort together. So the invitations have been sent out. Tickets have been sold. I think we are buzzing the media, social media, and so all those who know what it was will be in attendance.
Okay, I have a question.
What's the venue as well?
The Penchami Hall Paradise Suites.
I have a question. I mean, when you look at movies, they tell a lot. And if you look at our industry in the Gambia, it's like the music is working more than the movie.
The movie industry.
Is it that efforts are not being done to make sure they catapult the movie to another level? And at the same time, I can see most of these movies, if they are already filmed, edited, they'll take it to the TV station. And if there are no sponsors, the movie won't be played. Is it possible for you to play your movie so that people can know the characters? People can know this movie, regardless whether you have sponsors or you don't have sponsors. Can that be done?
Well, I think we are still at a stage in the Gambia where we are still discussing with television houses the way forward. It seems the television houses here don't understand the distribution of films on TV. My association, the Film Producers Association of the Gambia, is still making efforts to discuss with the various television houses. We are still talking on table. With regards to the other part, movies like this, it's not easy to come by. Funds, money is committed, time, efforts, and energy. The work of film is not an easy task. Music can be shot in a day. But you can't shoot a movie in a day, you know. And the stages of movie production is much more complex than that of music.
Exactly.
You know, one person can sing, but one person cannot act. So they are different. They are different. And music has its own message, which can easily, capture its audience, But movie, it needs a lot of critiquing. It needs a lot of reasoning before one single movie can capture viewers. So it's a more complex one, and I think Gambia is tilting towards that progressive part. I don't like comparing music and movie.
They're two different things.
They are two different things. It could take one day to enjoy a music, but it will take a lot of years to enjoy a movie.
Yeah, you're right. And
I
Aisha,
agree.
Exactly, something I agree to. Aisha, as a newly established organization that you formed, the Brown Sugar Entertainment, what different are you putting in to make sure people watch the movie that you guys are producing? Because we have seen a lot of production houses in the Gambia, they were doing movie before, and then they just died down like that. So what is a unique thing you guys are bringing up on board this?
And in addition to that, any projects coming up?
Yeah, upcoming projects.
Okay. All right. To answer yours first, now the Brown Sugar Entertainment platform seeks to empower young women in the creative industry. Now, a lot of young women are out there and have a laid-back character because of family, religious beliefs, and all of that. So Brown Sugar Entertainment is here to break the norm and ensure that if you are out there and you're watching and you are that person, you can always reach out, and then we'll help you harness that potential. And that is what is different about Brown Sugar Entertainment, and that is what is going to make it stand out. And coming to his question about future projects, we have beautiful storylines upcoming, and we'll be doing auditions right after the movie premiere of Lost in Time. We have two, which one is Sukandeku, and the other one is called Broken Crayon.
Okay, I just want to add something to that. You guys are doing audition. Now, we have people in the Gambia that want to do acting, but they have never done acting before. I think it's time for you to be recruiting people, same time doing audition for other professional people as well. Because somebody might go for the audition, but he's not, or he or she is not good at acting, and then he might be turned down, which means he's not having the chances of being an actor. So I think, as I'm just suggesting, I think it's something you guys should be looking at as well. Now, put out something out there. People that want to do acting, let them come on board, train them, work on them, and see how best you can give them a platform to act as well. Now, Frank, this is for you. How can you rate the Gambian movie industry from 1 to 10? And what are the things that you think we should improve onto?
From 1 to 10, I would say the Gambian film industry is 4. Below average, because there are a lot of things we are struggling with, like I said, finance, promotion, support, government policies and regulations. We are still struggling with these things. But like I said earlier on, the film industry in the Gambia is going to break through too soon. It's just for people like Aisha to stay focused. And like you said, we keep engaging people in trainings.
Yeah, exactly.
But we'll get there.
I also have that feeling. Very soon, it will change. The trend will change. You understand? Although you don't like comparing music to movie, there was a time our music was like this, but it changed. And I have the feeling the Gambian movie industry will
might change as well one day.
Very soon.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, but efforts should be done.
Efforts, yeah.
Yes.
And collaboration.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
I would like, seriously, I would love to talk about movie on this platform.
Yes.
This is entertainment. This is an entertainment platform. We should not only music every day. We should talk about movies, man.
Exactly.
And final words in 30 seconds. What are your final words to your viewers out there?
Okay, so we're premiering the movie on the 26th of November, which is this Friday at the Pentome Hall. Please make it a date and come and support Gambia. This is Gambia all through.
Okay.
And I want to say thank you for giving us this opportunity to showcase what we've done. We hope to see the turnouts on Friday.
And don't forget, Friday, they're premiering a movie, man. We all should go and watch. But you should come along and SO as well.
Should be there, man.
Yeah, it's something we should watch, man.
Yeah, man.
Exactly.
Should be there, man.
Yeah, so from my end, I'm saying bye-bye till I come your way tomorrow. And back to you, Bale, and my
and
humble brother there, Wally Seka.
Soft like
Wally Seka.
Savage.
Yes, SO.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
I mean, there's always a pleasure to be here. And, well, see you tomorrow.
Well, viewers, this is all we have for you on this edition. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.
yelloo na ndox mu set te ndox mu set dafa bokk ci dunni doomu aadama te biir kat amul seetu waral na lépp lu fay dugg dafa war a doon li nga xamante ne ni lu indil doomu aadama bi loraange ci wàllu wérgu yaram One Stop Water Solution Limited ñu ngi fii ci biir réew taxaw temm fexe pour gis ne doomu aadama bu ne di nga naan ndox moo xamante ne ni ndex mu sell te wóor la ndax indil nañ leen ay xeetu filtres yi nga xamante ne ni mun ngeen koy jëfandikoo ci seeni pompe yi ci biir réew moo xam booxool ngay jëfandikoo wala pompe nawek yi ne bépp xeetu filtre bi nga xamante ne ni dina la indil wérgu yaram musal la ci loraange amal nañ leen ko ci biir réew am nañ 10-inch filter set of 3 bii nag ñett lay àndal bu ci ne ak li muy liggéey bokk na ci 5 micron pp sediment filter bii nag mooy segg ndox mi ba mu set génne fa lépp li nga xamante ne ni warta ànd ak ndox moomu bala nga koy jëfandikoo gat granule carbon filter bii nag mooy segg génne lépp lu xeetoog chemical ak organique yi nga xamante ne ñoom ñoo nekk ci biir ndox mi sellal ndox mi ba waral mu soppi li nga xamante ne moom la ndox mi di saf mu soppi cafin gi def ko ndox mu sell te óor CTO block carbon filter bii nag du yem rek ci segg ndox mi sellal ko ba mu sell waaye nag daf koy yokk ay ngéneel yi nga xamante ne ni day baax ci wérgu yaramu doomu aadama bi dëgëral waaye tamit yàggal lool sa yuur wi am nañ tamit 12-inch filter set of 3 boobu it liggéey bu nu mel lay def ñetti filter yépp benn bu ne ak lu muy liggéey am nañ 10-inch post carbon 10-inch coconut carbon 75 GPD PO1 membrane bi amal nañ leen bépp xeetu water tank tàmbalee ko ci 500 litres 5000 ba ci 1000 litres ak plumbing fittings. kon nag mbokk yi bu ngeen buggee naan ndex yu sell te wóor seeti leen One Stop Water Solution Limited suñu makkaan bu mag baa nga foofa ca Sukuta Highway Mariama Kunda Johnson wala nga call ñu ci 505 5691 796 8272 One Stop Water Solution Limited ndox mu set mooy yàggal dundini doomu